Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're diving deep into a really inspiring journey.
Yeah, definitely.
It takes us from this shy kid who, get this, actually hated the sound of his own voice,
Well,
to an artist performing for millions. We're looking at excerpts from David Archuleta's memoir, Chords of Strength.
subtitled A Memoir of Soul, Song, and the Power of Perseverance. Which says a lot right there.
It really does. Our mission for this deep dive is to pull out the surprising facts, the insights from his life, his music.
How he handled all those unexpected challenges.
Exactly, and how he found his purpose, stayed true to himself. It's about perseverance, really.
And it's not just music,
Yeah,
right? It's life. The twists, the turns, finding that inner strength.
totally. So let's start at the beginning. His early life seemed, well, soaked in music.
Absolutely. Born in North Miami, Florida, second of 5 kids. And he describes this very Latin environment.
Yeah, music everywhere, salsa, jazz, pop,
Yeah.
even 70s rock, apparently.
And his family was his anchor, his roots. Music and spirituality, they just went together in their house.
They'd sing all the time for fun, occasions, caroling, visiting the elderly. It was just what they did.
And his mom, Lupe, born in Honduras. Amazing story. Beautiful singer and played on the national basketball team.
No way. That's incredible.
Yeah, her family moved to the U.S. for more opportunities, partly for those musical goals, too.
So music wasn't just background noise. It was like woven into their identity.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
then his dad, coming from jazz, he taught David about building surprises and moments into songs.
Right. He hosted clinics on improvisation, performed with guys like Arturo Sandoval,
Yeah.
big names.
So David had this constant exposure, this specific way of thinking about music from day one.
Such a strong foundation. But here's the paradox, right? That early relationship with his own voice
Mm-hmm.
and something amazing he was doing without even knowing it.
You mean the composing?
Yeah. At age 4, composing melodies on the piano, songs about his dreams, he had no idea he was composing.
It's wild how that creativity just bubbles up, isn't it? Unconscious almost.
Totally. Then, age 6, that Les Miserables VHS, the 10th anniversary concert.
Ah, yes. He said it just captivated him, filled a void he didn't know existed.
He'd mimic the accents, totally hooked. It wasn't just liking it was a deep emotional thing.
Yeah.
Storytelling through song.
But then, that aversion to his own voice. You mentioned he hated it.
Hated it. Would freak out and run out of the room if he heard a recording.
Wow. So you have this passion, but you can't stand your own instrument, basically.
It just shows, even incredibly talented people have these deep vulnerabilities.
That's like imposter syndrome, but super early on. So that first big performance must have been something.
Oh, yeah. The Utah talent competition, he was 10. His mom signed him up without telling him.
Oof. I bet he wasn't thrilled.
He was upset, yeah. And the pressure built backstage. Full-on panic attack, hyperventilating.
Oh, man. So what happened?
That's the pivot. He decided right then he had to come through for himself, and he said, for God.
Wow.
Pushed past the fear, went out, and won the kids' division.
And that was a light bulb moment for him, wasn't it?
Huge. He realized, how many great things could happen by confronting the things that scare you most.
That's a lesson that clearly stuck with him. Incredible courage for a 10-year-old.
Seriously. And that theme of courage, it keeps coming up. The challenges didn't stop.
No, Star Search was next.
Yeah.
And that brought its own set of hurdles.
Right. Age 12, he wins junior vocal champion. Beats Tori Kelly, who became a star later.
But his final performance got cut short.
Yeah, because of the Iraq war coverage starting. Just interrupted.
Wild. But the bigger challenge came during his second year on the show, right? The health issues.
Oh, completely. He was battling chronic illness, bronchitis, appendicitis, just one thing after another.
And by the 6th week, he could barely even sing.
Which led to the diagnosis, vocal paralysis. Only one vocal cord working properly.
Devastating. Just devastating for a young singer. What were the options?
Surgery, but it was risky, could ruin his voice forever. Or therapy, but no guarantees, and it would take 1 or 2 years.
So he basically had to stop singing. Put it on the back burner, as he says.
Must have felt like the dream was just over.
Yeah. But it's interesting what he did then, how he redirected that energy.
Right. Between 8th and 9th grade, he got into running cross-country for stress relief.
And he also got his Eagle Scout Award, which he thought wasn't possible with the music stuff ramping up before.
He credits his neighbor, Cal Madsen, for pushing him on that, kept encouraging him.
It shows that discipline,
Yes.
Finding other ways to achieve, even when his main passion was blocked.
Definitely. So fast forward to age 16. He's feeling rusty, afraid to even try singing again.
Understandable. Didn't want to reopen that door if it was just going to slam shut again.
But nothing else filled that void, the one singing filled.
And people started suggesting American Idol.
Friends, family. But he was so doubtful. He saw himself as this washed-up kids singer with a vocal problem.
Even people in the industry, Hollywood contacts, were telling him not to do it.
So much doubt swirling around. How did he finally make the decision?
Well, this is key. He felt he couldn't decide logically, so he prayed about it.
Yeah.
He felt this really clear yes, like an undeniable feeling.
Wow.
So clear that he actually left a youth conference early, flew to San Diego secretly for the auditions. Didn't tell many people.
That takes serious conviction. Listening to that inner voice, that intuition.
He calls it his divine frequency later. Something guiding him past the fear and the logic.
Talk about a leap of faith. So, San Diego auditions.
Arrives at 2 a.m. hundreds, already there. He decides to sing Joyful, Joyful. Wants to show soulfulness.
And he gets the golden ticket. He described that moment as feeling wholeness, like things clicked back together.
Yeah, reconnecting to that core part of himself.
And then in Hollywood Week, his vulnerability actually becomes a talking point.
Right, the producers noticed him wheezing.
He tells them about the vocal paralysis, and instead of it being a problem,
They saw a story, told him he was the best male vocal they had heard all day.
incredible validation. That must have been huge.
Totally. And then singing for the judges, Simon, Paula, Randy.
Terrifying.
But Simon says incredible.
Yeah, and that comment gave him this massive confidence boost, exactly what I needed to keep going.
It kind of reframed the whole vocal issue for him, didn't it?
It seems like it. Then, boom, he's in the idol bubble. Intense doesn't even cover it.
Had to withdraw from high school, attendance rules,
Mm-hmm.
music had to be number one, even with his worries about a plan B.
And the schedule was just grueling. 5 or 6 a.m. starts, ending 10, 11 p.m. Rehearsals, interviews, shoots.
Goop numbers, which he apparently dreaded.
Huh, yeah. But he learned fast, communicating ideas to the band, sometimes in just an hour.
Talk about pressure. But he seemed to handle criticism remarkably well.
Yeah, there was that time he forgot the words. Simon called the performance a mess.
Ouch.
But David didn't get upset. He sought his motivation. Said he never took comments personally, just looked for the helpful lesson.
That's amazing maturity for a teenager in that spotlight. How did he cope overall?
He stayed off the internet. Smart move. Avoided the negative comments. Good call.
And found comfort in the protected bubble with the other contestants. They became like his family.
That makes sense. You'd need that support system.
And the fan support was, well, overwhelming. The welcome he got back in Utah for top 3 week.
He said it was hard to respond as an introvert, but you could tell it meant a lot.
Oh, hugely. His the Archies, Archangels, they gave him this unconditional belief, a real morale boost.
He mentions that book someone gave him, David is My Hero.
Yeah, a woman from Mississippi, 100 pages of fan comments. He was so touched by that.
Those connections must feel so powerful. He talks about specific encounters too, right?
Yeah, meeting a Make-A-Wish child with cancer really put everything in perspective for him.
And the girl who gave him random kitchen utensils.
Huh? Yeah, he found that special. Shows these really unique, genuine connections he made.
So the finale comes. He doesn't win. David Cook does. Was he crushed?
Apparently not. He genuinely felt Cook deserved it, and he believed happiness wasn't tied to winning that specific title.
What did he feel he had won then?
The belief, the confirmation that people actually enjoyed his singing, that was the real prize for him.
That's a really grounded perspective, but Pose at Idol must have been insane.
Totally. Media blitz, recording his first album while still on the Idol tour.
Recording in different cities, basically living out of a suitcase. His normal teenage life was definitely on hold.
Yep, back burner again. Even simple things like shooting the video for Crush.
He was terrified because of shyness.
Yeah. But he learned something valuable there. That the anticipation of something is a lot worse than the actual thing itself.
That's a lesson for all of us, right? So true.
And this all feeds into his deeper philosophy about music, purpose, and, well, perseverance.
He sees music as more than just entertainment. It's profound, even spiritual.
Right. It's about communicating feelings, creating an energy exchange with the audience. Connection.
He mentions being really moved by Eva Cassidy's versions of Imagine and Fields of Gold.
Yeah, aspiring to her sensitivity, her emotional depth. That's the kind of artist he wanted to be.
And performing in hospitals, retirement homes. That really shaped his view of music's power.
Definitely. He saw firsthand how it could bridge generations, bring healing,
That story about the elderly woman crying, remembering her husband after hearing him sing.
Yeah.
Just beautiful.
Really powerful. And then 9/11 happened, hearing Celine Dion sing God Bless America on that telethon.
That reinforced his belief too, didn't it? Music as a therapeutic force,
Yeah.
an act of total connectivity.
These weren't just emotional moments. They gave his singing meaning, a higher purpose.
So how does he define success then with all this perspective? It's not just fame and money for him.
Not at all. He draws a line between success in the world's eyes, fame, money, and success in God's eyes.
Which is about doing right, staying true to your values.
Exactly. And he believes real happiness comes from helping others. That's a huge reframing of making it.
It really is. And trusting your gut, your intuition is central to that.
Absolutely. Learning to trust that inner voice, his conscience, and learning to say no, setting limits.
Which must have been hard, wanting to please people in that industry.
For sure. He credits his family massively here. His dad protecting him, his mom being a constant support.
And his friends too, right? Keeping him grounded, giving him that real perspective.
Yeah. And he sees fame ultimately as an opportunity to help other people.
Getting involved with charities, Make-A-Wish, Haiti Relief, We Are the World.
And he's so proud of his fans for jumping in and being generous too, using the platform for good.
He also has this interesting take on hardship, doesn't he? That it's necessary.
Yeah, he believes pain and hardship give us perspective.
Yeah.
Like dark colors in a painting, making the bright ones stand out more.
So struggles help you appreciate the joy more.
Exactly. His goal in music is to paint a complete picture, color, dimension, the whole range of emotions.
Slice of life, real life with all the beauty and pain, that's powerful.
It's about embracing the whole human experience, not just the glossy parts.
So looking ahead, dreaming on, as the book section is titled, how does he see his path forward?
It's about evolution. His music needs to grow and change, as he does. A creative evolution that knows no limits.
He has some specific dreams, too, like singing at the Olympics.
Yeah, because it brings so many people together. That idea of unity and oneness.
And personal goals, like improving his songwriting, which he calls terrifying.
Yes, but necessary for shaping his artistry and learning guitar to accompany himself.
He acknowledges he's grown a lot as a performer, too. Freer, less inhibited.
More comfortable on camera. He even tried acting iCarly, Hannah Montana, stepping out of his comfort zone.
And he's kind of redefined pop star for himself, hasn't he?
Yeah, shifted it from a negative thing to seeing it as someone who works really hard to communicate and excel.
Citing Michael Jackson, Beyonce as examples of that work ethic.
It shows his maturity, finding purpose, even in the sometimes criticized world of pop.
And he's still focused on growth outside music, too. Education.
Definitely. Determined to pursue more education, maybe college, study philosophy, wants to be prepared for whatever comes next.
It all comes back to that core belief, doesn't it?
Yeah. Each moment prepares you for the next one,
Yeah.
trusting your instincts, that inner voice.
His divine frequency.
Right. Trusting that ultimately leads you where you need to be and to great personal joy.
What's so striking when you pull it all together is how his story, overcoming stage fright, the vocal issues, the idol pressure cooker, it all screams perseverance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not just about hitting the big goal. It's the internal work, isn't it? Staying true to values, embracing every step, good or bad.
He really shows that even when things feel overwhelming externally, tuning into that inner voice, that divine frequency, can guide you.
Guide you to unexpected joy, unexpected purpose.
So connecting this to the bigger picture, what does it mean for you listening?
Well, David's story kind of suggests that our passions, even the ones that scare us or we doubt, they can be these incredibly powerful ways to connect, to heal, not just for us, but for others too.
Which brings up a question for you, really. How might embracing your own unique gifts, yeah, even the ones that scare you a bit, how might that lead you to a deeper sense of wholeness?
And how might it let you contribute something beautiful to the world around you? What really stands out to you, A, about how he found strength right there in his vulnerability?